It's here. Apple just dropped the new M4 MacBook Air for pre-orders, and this is what I have been waiting for. It has a new sky blue color. The M4 chip is amazing. Everybody loves the MacBook Air, and now it's M4. This is incredible. Good on you, Apple. Now, it's starting at $999, which is incredible because just a couple of days ago, yesterday, in fact, the M3 MacBook Air was starting at $1,100, so it's $100 off. This is fantastic news. So the question that many of you might be asking is it now time for you to trade in your MacBook Pro? This is the M1 MacBook Pro that I got in 2021. It's about 3.5 years old now. Is it time to upgrade? And would the new M4 MacBook Air actually be able to replace this M1 Pro MacBook Pro? What do you think? Let's deliberate and calculate. Okay, first of all, let's talk color. The new sky blue color looks amazing. It also comes in silver, starlight, and I love the midnight color. Of course, I would love to have that, but I really think the sky blue. Okay, so last year, Apple came out with the 13-inch iPad Airs, and they come in a sky blue. So it's probably similar color to this. Love this iPad Air. The design, well, the MacBook Air is not new. This design has been around since the M2 redesign, but it's still sleek, powerful, very thin and light. I love it. The benchmarks on the M4 Mac Mini were enough for me to almost pull the trigger just a few months ago, but I decided to hold off because I really need that laptop. But wow, the Air is super light, super thin, and super portable. My M1 MacBook Pro, while still beautiful, feels clunky in comparison. I've been able to hold the Air in the stores, and it's just, this one's a little bit heavier. The Air is a lot lighter. This MacBook Pro is almost a pound heavier than the new MacBook. It's not really that big of a deal, but hey, a pound is a pound, right? Now let's talk ports. The M1 Pro has HDMI, SD card slot, MagSafe, and 3 Thunderbolt ports, USB-Cs, the works. The Air, well, it has 2 Thunderbolt ports and MagSafe. That's it. Screen-wise, both are fantastic. The Air screen is okay, but the M1 Pro's ProMotion technology with the adaptive refresh rate of up to 120 Hertz is still the winner, plus deeper blacks. The keyboard and trackpad, both are, excellent. Apple does this the best. Now let's get into performance. Hey, this is Rick. Welcome to VidTech with Rick. If you like Apple products, if you like video production, if you like editing and shooting and all that kind of stuff, please think about subscribing to my channel. Have you been waiting for this? The new M4 MacBook Airs. They're here, they've just arrived, they're available for pre-order, but you can pick them up on March 12th. So I'm gonna pre-order mine right away. Have you been waiting for this? I've been waiting for an M4 MacBook Air ever since they announced the M4s just a few months ago. And I've been waiting for this Air because I really like that new redesign. I had a 12-inch Retina MacBook. I loved it. It was very thin and light and portable, and I just loved it. So I had an M1 Mac Mini when it first came out. This is by far the best computer I have ever owned, and I can't wait to get rid of it. And then I also had that 12-inch Retina MacBook, and I loved having 2 computers. One was just sitting on my desktop all the time, and the other one was sitting by my bedside table, or maybe I would take it into the living room or the kitchen or wherever, or take it with me on trips, and it was just super light and portable, but I still had that main M1 Mac Mini on my desktop, and I love the combination of having 2 computers. Well, in 2021, when they came out with this MacBook Pro, the M1 Pros, oh my gosh, I ditched both of those machines and I went out and got this. It was a fantastic machine. I've loved it. I've loved it for the last 3.5 years, but I really do think, the battery's kind of draining. I usually just sit this on the desktop and it just sits there docked. I don't use it as a laptop as much as I should. I would love to use this as a laptop, but I just don't. I let it sit on my computer. It's got all these hard drives and things plugged into it, so I really don't want to take it apart and then just have it lying around so that I can use it. It's just a big chore, which sounds silly, but it's true. So that's the question. If you're in the same boat that I am, if you have a M1 Pro MacBook Pro, would you trade this in for an M4 MacBook Air? And what I'm thinking is I'd probably pair it with like a Mac Mini or a Mac Mini Pro, or maybe even the new Mac Studio, which wow, I mean, that Mac Studio, it comes with, there's an M3 Ultra or the M4 Max, which I would probably get the M4 Max. that would be the dream machine. But of course, it's very expensive. It's $2,000. Yikes. And then also on top of that, buying a MacBook Air. So that now we're getting into like $3,000. And so I'm not sure if I'm willing to commit that much to all that. But I love the thought of having 2 computers again. That would be fantastic. But now listen, I could get a refurbished M4 Mac Mini for only $509. I mean, oh my gosh, $509 for a refurbished Mac Mini M4. Oh my God, that would be really, really incredible. And just get kind of like maybe a used M2 MacBook Air. That would probably be the cheapest way to go. And I'd pretty much not suffer too terribly much. But I love the thought of having new things, don't you? And this M4 is so incredible. It would go for years and years and years, plus the resale value. The resale value is going to be more. So and plus it's also a tax write-off. So now I could also get a new MacBook Pro M4 Pro refurbished for about $1,700 and have an upgrade. It would be just this with all the ports and everything, but an upgrade. It would be faster, more memory, everything would be better, and I would only have 1 computer. And you know, I'm being kind of a baby. I can probably disconnect all the hard drives and stuff and take this around as a laptop anytime I want it. It's really kind of being a baby. So maybe that would be the way to go. But of course, I'd still be stuck in that same situation that I am now, where I only have 1 computer and I don't know. But I really think I'm just going to turn this M1 Pro. I think I'm just going to turn this in, get the value out of it while I still can, and get a new M4 MacBook Air. Oh my gosh. When I saw this announcement this morning, I was like, oh my God, what? Ah! Now here's a question. Will Amazon have discounts for the new M4 MacBook Air? Right now, they're not saying that they are, but they usually discount it considerably. Any new Mac product, they usually discount it considerably. For instance, this Apple Watch, I think it was $70 off on Amazon rather than buying it directly from Apple. Okay, or maybe I can also get the education discount for $8.99. That would be an incredible value. I don't know how hard they scrutinize these things, but I certainly am not of college age. Well, bottom line, I can get a new MacBook for about $320 after the trade-in. And, you know, this battery is only going to deteriorate more, and the value is just going to keep going down and down and down with this one. So just a few days ago, this was worth, Apple was going to give me $715 for this MacBook. But today, all of a sudden, it dropped to $670. So of course, the value of this is just going to keep going down and down and down. Now, there is websites like, for instance, I use Back Market. I have bought, used iPhones and things from Back Market, used Apple Watches from Back Market. Well, you can turn in your MacBook to Back Market. And I kind of fibbed and said that everything was perfect. There is a tiny little dent on one of these corners. There's a tiny little dent, but I said that everything was perfect, and they offered me $754 for this old M1 MacBook Pro. So if I turn it in and they kind of find that dent and they give me a counter offer, it would still probably be more than $670. So that might be a way to go too. At any rate, I really do think that before your tech gets too old, you should trade in and get the value, because you can just trade that value in for a new Mac and then just keep that cycle going, always trading it in and getting the better value for your tech products. What do you think? Do you trade in your Macs? Do you sell them privately? Do you sell them through like Back Market or one of the other websites where you can sell your Mac? At one time, this was worth $800 just a few months ago. But now, I mean, like 6 months ago, I got offered $800 for it. And I was like, oh, maybe I should, but I didn't. And now, it's a problem, right? Now, another option is just to keep this. This is probably going to be good for another 3 years for me. For the simple editing that I do, I'm not really pushing the limits of this. And for the simple editing I'm doing, this would probably be good. I could save myself a lot of money. I wouldn't have to worry about anything. And whatever value would be 3 years from now or 2 years from now or whenever, it would probably be fine. So this will be a champ for a few more years if I do nothing and just keep this, and it would save me a lot of money, but I don't know. I just think it's time to get something new. What do you think? Please comment what you're going to do. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe. I'll see you next time.